Good morning, viewers and listeners. Welcome you to the insurance segment. With me in the studio, I have Pastor Datimi Ojokojo. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, good morning, viewers, and good morning, Sir BJ. It's good to be here again.
We'll take our quote. Our quote says, "It is wonderful when the people believe in their leader, but it is more wonderful when the leader believes in the people." Believe and trust in the business of insurance. Pastor Datimi Ojokojo.
Thank you so much, Sir BJ. You know, leadership is all about the people, because you just have one person and many people following. So it's important the leader is conscious of the fact that people are believing in you. So you must deliver on your promises, because the lives of people are at stake. And as you just always connect it to insurance, insurance is there for you. And when the chips are down, insurance will take care of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think in addition to that, we are seeing the level of maturity in politics.
Okay.
The people are trusting the leaders.
Yeah.
And the leaders must also see that that trust is not betrayed.
Exactly.
By doing exactly what they have promised the people, so that democracy can wax stronger by the day.
Yeah.
We are still on our topic, insurance industry in Nigeria towards a better public image. And we're talking about fire and special perils insurance. The economic reason why this class of insurance is made compulsory is the highlight we are going to take. And we are looking specifically at the highlights of the Insurance Act of 2003. And last week we discussed about insurance of building under construction, which is contained in Section 64, subsection 1 of the 2003 Insurance Act, which says that every building that is to be cost to be constructed, must be insured with an insurance company. And that insurance is supposed to protect liabilities in course of construction.
Yeah.
We also talked about Section 64, subsection 2, that says the duty to insure under subsection 1 of this section shall arise when a building is under construction. And we did say that when a building of more than 2 floors is to be constructed, it is compulsory that that class of building must have it. But in addition to that, we have also seen that in construction, the liability that is attached to it, people who are workers on the site, those who are also walking past the area, the consultants, the whole workforce at that place are also involved in it. And so it is important that we look at the issue of the welfare of people who are involved in that area. We know when we talk of collapse of building, the consequence of the collapse of building is as a result of people who are not actually taking insurance policies to make for that protection. Today we are talking about Section 64, subsection 3, and that says a person who contravenes subsection 1 of this section commits an offense, and on conviction shall be liable to a fine of 250,000 naira or imprisonment for 3 years or both. Pastor Datimi, we have the situation where laws are there in our books, but the application, the enforcement has become an issue. Now, but it is important for members of the public to understand this provision, so that peradventure we are talking about the issue of the domestication of this law in Edo State. The application of it and the consequence of it is why we are trying to make this highlight. So can you have a word on that?
Thank you so much. Just like I was saying before we came on set, you wonder how many people have been charged with such an offense. I think we should go and do some research in the law courts, but I doubt. Though in Edo State here we have had I can't remember us having a case of a collapsed building, maybe one that is under construction. But it's so important because the hazards of collapse when a building is being constructed is the reason for this insurance, compulsory insurance. People who are engaged on site are exposed to bodily damage, injury. So that's why it's important that the enforcing agencies, which is in this case the government, the government of Edo State, sometimes they go around looking at buildings that are under construction to just find out if they have followed due process, but they should take a step further. Mr. Engineer, can I see your insurance for the work you are doing? That will help a great deal. I think we've done a lot to write to the House of Assembly to take this up, but we are calling on the government to look into such a matter, because a lot of people are committing crimes. And when people are charged to courts, it's revenue. When they pay their fine, 250,000. I dare say if you go out today, you will see at least 10 buildings under construction. And if they don't have an insurance, you are talking about 2.5 million for government. So that's another way to generate revenue. And I know that when people see that this is working, they will comply.
Yeah, Pastor, just like you were saying, the issue of supervision and compliance. The ultimate point in terms of this class is the issue of death. Not just the injury that people will sustain or whatever. But some persons die in cause of such a thing. And we, as a people, as practitioners, I think there must be a strong voice this time around that the governor had come back in his victory. There should be a strong voice to tell the governor the necessity to see how this law can be domesticated.
That's true.
We're talking about the federal government law, as it were, when this promulgation of this law took place. Now, the issue that bothers now is that of how do we implement it? Because it goes far beyond the issue of collapsed building. It's a situation that the general interest of the public is taken care of. And that brings us to Section 65, subsection 1 of the 2003 Act. And I quote, every building shall be, every public building shall be insured with a registered insurer against the hazards of collapse, fire, earthquake, storm, and flood. Although it goes beyond that, we're talking about special on fire and special perils. We have the issue of impact, bushfire, falling aerial object,
I think
amongst others.
I would like to read the definition of in the subsection 2, of section 65. It says, public building in this section includes a tenement house, hostel, a building occupied by a tenant, lodger, or licensed, and any building to which members of the public have ingress and access for the purpose of obtaining educational or medical service, or for the purpose of recreation or transaction of business. So that's a public building.
Well, I think we can hang it on this level of the definition of what a public building is. We will talk further on this issue when we come next on set. It's important that you understand these issues so that you will be better off as a Nigeria and be protected. God bless you for watching. Have a wonderful day.